Okay, somebody heard me. Thank you.
I heard you too.
Oh, well, thanks for acknowledging it.
I see Joanne.
Yep, I'm here,
Hi, it's Judy.
multitasking.
Thank you. There you are, Bill.
I'm here,
You are.
just looking for some of my friends.
Oh, I do.
Well, we have 5 people so far.
We've got 8.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, Richard, Catherine, Mary,
Oh, I don't.
myself, Dan, Judy, Bill. Who's missing?
Loretta.
Oh, Loretta. Okay.
Oh, I only see.
You have to slide over. There's a little arrow at the top right, and then you
Yeah.
have other people.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Help for the handicapped. Oh, great.
Good afternoon, Brenda.
Hi, Bill. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hey,
Brenda.
Brenda.
That answers my question of who's taking notes today. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Could somebody send me a copy of the agenda when you get a moment?
Yeah, she could take this one. Is she in her office or she's
No, I'm home.
Oh, that's okay. Do you have that, Brenda? Yeah, Bonnie. I'll get the right name yet. Bonnie's going to send it to you, Brenda.
Okay, thank you.
Do we know if Loretta's attending, Carol? Do you know if she's coming today?
I have not spoken to her. I do see one. Let me see.
Trustee connecting. Yeah, I see that one. No, it's Loretta. Okay.
Loretta.
Yeah, that must be Loretta.
We could always start the meeting and Loretta can join us as
Yeah, do
we
you want
continue on.
I think that's a good idea because it's 3:06. Let's call the meeting to order, everybody. So good afternoon and welcome to the trustees meeting of December 15th. Before we begin, this meeting is being recorded. I'd just like to let all of you know that. Brenda, would you be kind enough to do a roll call to see who's in attendance?
Sure. Trustee Mahoney,
Here.
Trustee Rabbit,
Here.
Trustee Kelly,
Here.
Trustee Sites,
Here.
Trustee Hines,
Here.
Trustee Shuck, Trustee Callahan,
Present.
Trustee McNamee,
Here.
and Trustee Tifo.
Here.
Thank you, Brenda.
Welcome.
The second item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for the following meetings. The November 12th, 2020 trustees meeting and the October 15th, 2020 trustees meeting. Did everybody receive copies of the minutes?
Yes.
Yes. I move to waive the reading of November 12th minutes.
Thank you. Does anybody have any changes or anything to the minutes or
No.
additions, deletions? I
I
have
move
none.
approve the minutes then.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mary. Loretta, Brenda, would you please do a roll call for the approval of the bills?
No, the approval of the minutes.
That's what I meant, approval of the minutes. I'm looking at the next
Thank you.
one. Thank you.
For the approval, motion to approve the minutes, Trustee Mahoney,
Yes.
Trustee Rabbit,
Yes,
Trustee Kelly,
Yes.
Trustee Sights,
Yes.
trustee Hines,
yes,
trustee Shuck, trustee Callahan,
Yes.
trustee McNamee,
Yes.
and trustee Tebow.
Yes.
8, and then I think that's her trying to get in. So, motion approved.
Thank you, Brenda. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the bills. I approved the bills the first week of December so that Brenda could get them over to City Hall and get them paid, so they're all set. That's the one thing about meeting remotely. The rest of you don't get to flip through them. I apologize for that.
I'm not sure we approved October 15th.
I approved them
Yeah.
in the first
Yeah.
week of December, the November bills.
Okay,
Next
Would it
on
be
the,
appropriate to have a motion to approve your approval of them? I think we did that in the past.
okay. Would someone like to make that motion?
I so move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
second, is this for October 15th now?
No, these are the, Jan is
November,
signing.
the November bills.
Yes. So can we have a roll call for that, please, Brenda?
Richard Mahoney,
Yes.
Dan Rabbit,
Yes.
Judy Kelly.
Yes,
Sorry, I meant to say trustee all the time. Trustee Sights,
Yes.
trustee Hines,
yes,
trustee Shuck, trustee Callahan,
Yes.
trustee McNamee,
Yes.
and trustee Tebow.
Yes.
Bills have been approved 8 to nothing.
It's nothing. Thank you.
Madam Chairman, point of order.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned that we hadn't had, since we're not meeting in person, we hadn't had an opportunity to view the bills. Would it be correct to say that those bills are available for review at the library?
Absolutely, they are. If anybody would like to come and look at them.
And so that it is, they are available. We all can review them. We can drop by the library with appointments and review them prior to your signing. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, just wanted clarification that they are available and any trustee who wants to can go down and review them.
Thank you, Bill. I'll make a note to send an email to the trustees to let you know when the bills are ready before I approve them. When Brenda has them ready, I'll send you an email, and a day or two later, I'll come down and sign them.
Okay, thank you.
The next item is the reports of committees. Archives. Carol, do you have anything?
Yes, I have a report from our archivist, and I'm just going to read what she sent to me. Development of Rag Rock Diaries, the official blog page of the Rag Rock Gallery website, continues. Duration, blog page development, approximately 1 to 2 year process. Number 1, completed development of a 12-month editorial calendar of weekly blog post topics. 2, researched archive topics and archive images, digitized and stored archive images, designed visual assets, wrote, edited, and published 22 blog posts as of December 12, 2020. Researched archive topics and archive images, digitized and stored archive images, designed visual assets, wrote, edited, and scheduled 6 blog posts for December and January. Currently in development, design, writing, and scheduling of 3 to 6 months worth of posts. Organized and processed 33 archives research request forms from August 2020 to now, and the duration of that is ongoing. Streamline archive research request submission procedures to better process and document patrons' requests. And that's the end of the report.
Thank you, Carol. Does anybody have any questions for Carol? Hearing none, we can move forward. Building and grounds. Bill, do you have a report?
Well, just some comments, if I may. Over the
Certainly.
past couple of months, there's been, at these meetings, there's been a discussion of something either called a panic switch or a panic something or other. Let me state emphatically that any discussion on security measures instituted by the Woburn Public Library, those discussions belong in executive session. Anybody with knowledge of the open meeting law understands that all security issues are dealt with in executive session, not open session. I can assure you that the staff has been trained, because I was there for some of the training, to how to handle an emergency. And then starting in January, we will again be looking, as we had at additional security measures. But again, that'll be discussed in executive session. My hope is that by January or February, when we can have a live get together executive session, I would open up the building subcommittee to the committee as a whole, so we can have discussion and any questions can be answered. But again, it belongs in executive session, not an open session. So that's more of a statement than it is a report.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Does anybody have any questions for Bill? None? Okay. Hearing none, we can move on to finance. The library's tax return was completed on November 11th, or the 12th actually, which is the deadline for filing is November 15th with the federal government. So our CPA filed the tax form electronically, and the cost for his services was $900. And then I also have a report under the Fidelity and for Morgan Stanley. We can start with Fidelity. The month of November saw a rebound for stocks over the October closing values. The Fidelity accounts are now up 36.3% over the March 31st lows. The lead story for November continued to be the COVID-19 virus month end, when spread versus treatment became the featured story. The market focused on the cure and the economic growth rate, as opposed to the short-term record virus cases and hospitalization rate, or the depressed economic data, with the exception of the surging housing market, helped by more buyers and a lack of sellers. The story then shifted from COVID-19 vaccines to the Trump administration committing the start of the presidential transition. The markets returned to the known and more traditional, and therefore a more predictable course, was positive, along with the prospect of a mixed government. The market is always looking forward, and stock valuations are reacting accordingly. The library portfolio is continuing to benefit from a positive outlook for 2021. So that's for the Fidelity funds. Now, Morgan Stanley. The Fizel portfolio was up 7.99% from October. The S&P 500 is up 15.39%, and the Barclays Bond Index is up 7.21% year to date. The allocations among all the library accounts is a 52.3% cash and fixed income and 47.8% stocks. The new bond fund is up 7.4% year to date. The manager has about 60% invested in short-term corporate bonds and 40% longer-term preferred securities. The older bond account has a positive return of 0.84 year to date, and that's allocated in cash and very short-term corporate bonds and CDs. The equity, we have two equity accounts in Morgan Stanley, and the first one that has a significant amount of small cap stocks is up 14.06% year to date. The second equity account is up 8.72% year to date and is up 3.52 since the November meeting. The gains have been fueled by US large cap stocks, 90% of this portfolio, which have rallied in anticipation of the economy reopening. The library account had a good month with a return was up 1.75%. The bulk of the returns were generated by US large cap value stocks. And that completes my report on finance, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Move to accept the controller's report.
Second.
Is there, should we take a motion on that? Want to take a vote on that? All in favor?
Aye.
I'll do the roll call if you'd
Yes,
like.
please. Yes,
And
please.
that's to, I was just writing, approve the controller's report. Trustee Mahoney,
Yes.
trustee Rabbit,
Yes.
trustee Kelly,
Yes,
trustee Sights,
Yes.
trustee Hines,
yes,
trustee Shuck, trustee Callahan,
Yes.
trustee McNamee,
Yes.
and trustee Tifo.
Yes.
8-0 in favor.
Thank you, Brenda. The next item on the agenda, we received one OML complaint from Dale Goldstein regarding communications. Ms. Goldstein filed an OML complaint. She sent an email to the entire board and wanted it read aloud at the November 12th meeting as a communication. The agenda item for communications has historically been utilized to share written communications received during the month with the other trustees at in-person meetings, such as a letter or a card that was addressed to the entire board as a whole, but not sent to each trustee. Because the email was received by the entire board, she did in fact communicate with all of us. The focus, however, is that not putting her communication on the agenda is not an OML. That's not an OML violation, as the public does not tell the board what to put on the agenda, and there should not be an expectation that it be included. We don't accept communications from the public for our agenda or our meetings. Is there a motion to request the city solicitor, Ellen Doucette, to respond to this OML complaint on our behalf?
I so move.
Thank you, Carol. Is there a second?
I'll
I
second it.
second.
Thank you. Brenda, would you do a roll call, please?
This is to have
Request the city
the
solicitor.
solicitor respond to the OML complaint.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Richard.
Jan, do you know what you have normally on communications, on the agenda, communications thing?
That's correct, Richard. We did. I removed it because we're not meeting in person, so we share things around the table like we used to. And because it's our agenda, we can do whatever we want.
But when we used to meet in person, the agenda always had communications, and we did receive letters, cards from the public, which were read.
We passed them around, Richard. We really didn't read them, to my recollection.
No, we didn't read them. We just passed them.
Well, another point
Pass
is,
them around, Jan, so each of us could read them, correct?
Yes, like a thank you, a handwritten thank you card or a letter. That's correct.
So there was a communication on our agenda for years when we met in person.
That's correct.
And now that we're not meeting in person, why would it be any different?
Because we can't pass them around, Richard. We can't meet in the same room.
No, we could have one person read the communication.
No, I'm not going to put it on the agenda. It just causes more confusion.
Well, why let the people speak? Yeah.
Mary has a comment.
Mary?
well, I think the issue is, the fact is, this way, we have all already seen the communication. So that is no longer necessary to have that process, because when we received a card, we hadn't all seen it. So we passed it around so we could see it.
Correct.
Now we've all received the communication. We have all seen it. So it doesn't seem necessary. That would be my opinion.
well, there's another point as well, Jan. I received that communication, that email, the morning of the meeting. We have to give notice of all of our meetings, and we have to give a 48-hour notice. There's no way that the day of the meeting, we could add to our agenda that we're having a communication that we had just seen.
No, that's correct, Judy, but we do, the library board has never accepted emails or letters as communications. We received thank you cards or thank you letters, but we just didn't receive a letter as a communication. There was a reason or something that came before it. So that's why I feel at the present time, it's not necessary on the agenda and it's just causing confusion.
Just one added point on that. A few months ago, we all received a communication, and I believe it was 42 pages long. I can't imagine sitting in a meeting and having the chair read those 42 pages that we already read on our own website. So I think it's at the discretion of the chair. The chair is responsible for the agenda, and at the discretion of the chair whether or not something is on the agenda, and it's discretion of the chair whether or not it's read or not. That's one of the discretions that the chair holds.
Any other discussion?
Shall I do the roll call?
Please, Brenda.
Trustee Mahoney?
What's the motion now?
This is to have the solicitor respond to the OML complaint. The city
Yes.
solicitor.
Yes.
Okay. Trustee Rabbit?
Yes.
Trustee Kelly?
Yes.
Trustee Sights?
Yes.
Trustee Hines?
Yes,
Trustee Shuck? Trustee Callahan?
Yes.
Trustee McNamee?
Yes.
And Trustee Tifo.
Yes.
8-0, motion passes.
Thank you, Brenda. Next item is the report from director.
Can you hear me? What I have to report on December 7th, we had our new art exhibit, Brighter Connected, installed at the library. It will remain with us through the new year. So I encourage, if any of you haven't been down to see it, please try to. And that's all I have today.
What was that on December 7th?
Dan, you're muted.
Jan, yeah, we can't hear you.
Still can't hear you. No.
Jan, you're muted.
Sorry, folks, we had a little equipment error problem there. It wouldn't let me unmute. Did you get your response, Judy?
No, she did not.
No. I didn't hear what she said. All I got was December 7th.
Is Bonnie there?
Yes, she is.
But
Okay.
Bonnie is also muted.
Okay, well then I could go ahead and answer the question. Or
Oh,
someone.
thanks.
There's an art installation between December 7th and the end of the year. It's an art installation, if I remember correctly from the newsletter, it's an art installation that has normally been at the WPL, but this year it's in 7 or 8 different places, and Woburn, our library, is one of the places. It's in celebration of Hanukkah, and there are panels in the new part of the library.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Okay, we can move on now to new business. As I started to say, we have 2 items. The first one is the strategic plan. Our last strategic plan was done from 2017 to 2020, and it needs to be updated. Bonnie will form a committee of trustees and members of the community to assist with that will assist her with the update of the plan. She'll probably begin that early next year. The second thing under new business is that we want to close the library on Wednesday, December 23rd at 5:30 in order for the carpets to be cleaned, because we're closed Christmas Eve and of course, all day Christmas. So this would allow ample time for them to dry, and we'll open for usual on Saturday, the 26th. So we'll need a motion for that if you approve.
I so move.
I need a second.
Second,
Thank you, Bill. Would you do a roll call, please, Brenda? This is to close the library on.
At 5:30 to complete the carpet cleaning on the 23rd of December.
Yes, please.
Trustee Mahoney,
Yes.
Trustee Rabbit,
Yes.
Trustee Kelly,
Yes,
Trustee Sights,
Yes.
Trustee Hines,
Yes,
Trustee Shuck, Trustee Callahan,
yes.
Trustee McNamee,
Yes.
and Trustee Tebow.
Yes.
8-0, motion passes.
Thank you very much, Brenda. I have no other agenda items or nothing else. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Can I just ask a question on one of the new things?
What
How do
new-
you, like the public is going to be involved in the new, I'm having a blank moment. Great.
Strategic plan, the
strategic plan.
strategic plan.
The strategic plan, correct. How does the public, who picks the public and how can they apply?
The director chooses them.
The director chooses them. Okay. And is it local people?
I believe so.
Okay, thank you.
But I have a question. Is it open to anyone that the director chooses? Like not just local people, if there's an expert or anything like that?
Good idea.
I think so. Yeah, it's up to her discretion as far as I know.
Okay.
Well, the point, it could also be if we had a business owner in the community whose business was involved with the library, and that business owner happened to live in, Timbuktu. That would not be a local person, but that might be somebody that might be.
Yeah,
invited.
someone who brings value to the team.
Right,
I
the
would say
thing,
not.
even though they may not live in the town, right?
Gotcha.
Just one, can I make one comment? And
Sure.
Brenda, correct me if I'm wrong, but did we have all unanimous positive votes on the motions today?
I
Yes.
believe so.
Congratulations.
So I have no further business. We can take a roll call to adjourn if that's all right with everyone.
I need a motion and a second on that.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to
Move to
adjourn.
adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'm sorry. Who made the motion?
Several attempted it.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh,
Mary.
Mary, and who seconded?
I'll second it.
Judy.
Judy.
Okay, so motion to adjourn. Richard, Trustee Mahoney,
Yes.
Trustee Rabbit,
Yes.
Trustee Kelly,
Yes.
Trustee Sights?
Yeah.
Trustee Hines,
Yes.
Trustee Shuck, Trustee Callahan,
Yes.
Trustee McNamee,
Yes.
and Trustee Tebow.
Yes.
And I've got adjourned at 3:31.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful holiday, and let's hope this is now that the vaccine's out.